Hello everyone, and today we will see the AC characteristics of an SCR, the another practical. As we have already studied the DC characteristics of an SCR, if you have not watched the DC characteristics video, then please watch the DC characteristics of an SCR video. So in that I have already discussed the structure, in that video I have already discussed about the structure of an SCR, anode, cathode, and the importance of gate. So all should go through the DC characteristics of an SCR before watching this video for AC characteristics. This is nothing but an SCR simple consisting of PNPN 4-layer semiconductors having 4 layers, P and where they are having 3 junctions. There are 3 junctions. All it has been discussed in DC characteristics of an SCR. This is its equivalent model of 2 transistors having PNP and NPN transistor connected to each other, and its equivalent connections with the transistor symbols, right? Circuit diagram. Now let us see, we have already discussed DC characteristics. Now we want to see the AC characteristics of an SCR, that how SCR will behave with AC characteristics, right? Now this is the circuit diagram of an AC characteristics of an SCR. This is the circuit diagram of AC characteristics of an SCR. Now as this is the SCR, this is the SCR, we can see it's having anode, cathode and gate. Anode, cathode and gate, right? So as it is having anode and cathode and gate terminal, to make SCR in working condition, the anode of an SCR has to be connected to positive terminal, and the cathode has to be connected to negative terminal, right? The cathode has to be connected to negative terminal. As it is connected to the negative terminal of an AC supply, you can see it is connected to the negative of an AC supply, and as the anode has to be connected to the positive of an AC supply, you can see it is being connected to the positive of an AC supply, right? The anode of an SCR, is being connected to positive of an AC supply. Here we are studying the AC characteristics of an SCR. So we will have AC input. We will have AC input to an SCR. This is our AC input, right? Now we know that SCR will only conduct for the first positive half cycle of an AC signal, right? If this is my AC input, this is my input, then the SCR will only work for first positive half cycle of an SCR. For the negative half cycle, SCR will not work. For this cycle, SCR will not work, right? Now we have seen in the DC characteristics that to fire an SCR, we need to apply small amount of gate current. We need to apply small amount of gate current, right? Now, when an AC supply is been connected over here, we will connect a IDC current meter across load and connected to anode and cathode of an SCR. But in between that, you can see that we have taken one more connection through the number of resistance and a capacitor connected to the ground terminal, and that is going to gate. Now, what happens that this resistance of different value of resistance, will flow different value of gate current when it is being connected to this. Over here. When you connect over here individually, one by one, we have to connect it individually one by one, then it will flow different amount of gate current, right? Now, that gate current will be connected over here. That resistance, this combination of resistance and capacitor will form a RC time constant. That RC time constant will take some time to charge the capacitor. And that charging of the capacitor will generate a potential across there that will fire the SCR. We will see in the next slide. Right? So that is what I am explaining about the working of an SCR. Let us see how it is working. Right? This is my input signal. This will be my input signal. Right? Now, when you will connect one of the resistance, right? When you will connect one of the resistor to this terminal, it will flow some amount of current. That will charge the capacitor, and during the charging of capacitor, SCR will be in. This is VAK, it's nothing but voltage across anode. This is VAK, voltage across anode and cathode. We can see that it is charging up to certain voltage. Right? At a particular point, VAK is dropping. Over here, SCR has been in the triggered form. The voltage has been reached up to a maximum value where SCR will be triggered. And you can see this is the output voltage. You can see the output voltage is being generated at the load, across load, right? So this is nothing but you can control the rectification point. Of a positive peak of an AC signal using an SCR. Now, the angle at which it is being fired is known as is known as firing angle, and the amount of period angle for which the SCR is conducting, is known as conduction angle. Right? Now, if I change the value of resistance, you can change the firing angle of an SCR. Means you can change the firing of an SCR, means you can have a control at the point where you want the AC signal has to be converted to DC. The AC signal has to be converted to DC. This is also known as SCR as a half wave rectifier. This circuit is also known as SCR as half wave rectifier, because SCR is working as a half wave rectifier for the positive peak, and in that positive peak you can actually vary the gate current, and by varying the gate current you can actually change the firing angle of an SCR. The moment the current is being applied in this terminal, with respect to RC time constant, it will charge the capacitor, and at a particular value of current, it will fire the SCR at a particular angle. Now, when you change the value of resistance, the amount of current flowing through this gate terminal will change. As the amount of current is changing, the firing angle also change. Now, for another value of current, it may happen that you will have another firing angle over here, such like this. So actually you can control the firing of an SCR at different angle. With respect to that, at the output we will get the DC with respect to our corresponding firing angle, our required fire period, right? So this is the voltage across resistance RL load. This is the voltage across SCR VAK. We can see for this fired amount of time, the SCR is not having any potential generated across it, because SCR is in on condition. For the negative cycle, SCR will not work. SCR will be in cutoff state, right? So this is the working of an SCR with AC signal. Okay. So let us see the observation table consisting of capacitor, resistance. Now, with the change in this resistance values, you will actually change the firing angle and conduction angle. And you have to measure the IDC, the DC current flowing through load, right, which we have already seen in the circuit diagram. This is the theoretical one. Theoretically, you can also calculate IDC by substituting the values and can find out the power. So I am assigning this theoretical calculation as a homework for you, right? So this is all about the AC characteristics of an SCR. Okay, thank you.
Hello everyone, and today we will see SCR half wave as a rectifier. Now this is the circuit diagram of SCR as a half wave rectifier. You can see the SCR is being connected. This is the SCR. This is his serial number. SCR is having anode, cathode, and gate is being connected. CRO is being connected across the anode and cathode to observe the waveform of the conduction angle and firing angle of the SCR. As we know that SCR needs a small amount of gate current, to conduct. For the operation of an SCR, small amount of gate current is required. This has been connected to a terminal, and this terminal will be connected to different value of resistors. This different value of resistors is been selected in such a way in order to vary the amount of current flowing to the gate terminal, right? So we will connect each of it and we will try to measure the firing and conduction angle. As the value of resistances are different, the amount of current flowing through this terminal when we will connect this, it will be different, and as the current flowing in the gate terminal varies, you can change the conduction angle and the firing angle of an SCR. Now this is been connected to the load RL. In between this IDC, we have to measure the current flowing into the circuit, and AC signal is been connected to this circuit. This is given as an input of an SCR as half wave rectifier, right? As the name rectifier is there in the title, SCR as half wave rectifier. Rectifier is nothing but the circuit which converts AC waveform into DC waveform. This name rectifier suggests that means a circuit which converts AC waveform into DC waveform is known as half wave rectifier. Now we know that AC signal is have positive and negative cycle, right? So if a circuit is working for only positive or either negative cycle, then it is known as half wave rectifier. That's why we will connect AC signal over here, right? Now to connect the AC input, we have used a transformer. We have used a transformer of 12012, center wave transformer of 12012, right? Now we are having two terminals over here. So first of all, before connecting this transformer input to circuit, we will measure the voltage across transformer. So let us measure the voltage across transformer. Right? Now as you can see, it has been connected to multimeter. You can see an AC. You can see AC is there. AC 26.66 volt, right? So this is the amount of voltage which we are giving. Now let us connect to the input. This AC is connected to the input, right? This AC from the transformer output is connected to the input of an SCR. Fine? Okay. Now let us connect the multimeter IDC. Right, the multimeter we are connecting. Okay, fine. Now let us connect CRO. For the CRO, we will connect negative terminal and positive terminal, right? That negative terminal and positive terminals are connected to the CRO probe. You can see the negative terminal and positive terminal are connected to CRO probe. As we connect this to the CRO, you can see a pure sine wave. You can see a pure sine wave is being observed on CRO, is being observed on digital oscilloscope, right? Now, why it is been pure sine wave? Because you can see the SCR gate terminal, this terminal is been not connected to any one of this, is been not connected to any one of this. The moment you connect any one of the terminal to gate, this will allow the small amount of current to flow through gate. It will allow small amount of current to flow through gate, and the SCR will go into the conduction state. So right now currently SCR is in off condition. SCR is not conducting anything, right? SCR is not conducting anything. Okay, so now let us connect this terminal, gate terminal, to any one of the resistor. Let us say 10 kilo ohms. Let us say 10 kilo ohms. Let us say 10 kilo ohms. Okay, so the moment I connected this terminal, you can see the waveform is been cut, right? The waveform is been cut. This is not the pure sine wave. Over here, this is the negative peak. You can see the point. I am using pencil as a pointer. This is a negative cycle. SCR we are used as a half wave rectifier. So as I inform you that half wave rectifier will only work for any one of the half cycle. Over here it is working for the positive half cycle. I have made an arrangement in such a way that SCR will work for a positive half cycle. So negative half cycle will remain as it is. Now if we see the positive half cycle, then up to this period SCR is not conducting, right? Up to this SCR is not conducting. This is known as, this angle is known as firing angle. This angle is known as firing angle. Further, over from this point, this angle to this angle, SCR is conducting. So we are not able to see any AC signal. It is converted to DC signal. Let me show you again by removing the gate terminal. If I will remove this gate terminal, then you will see a pure sine wave. This is when the SCR is not conducting. Now, moment I connect the gate terminal to any of the resistor, you can see the change in the waveform. This is nothing but SCR is conducting. SCR is conducting for this amount of cycle, this amount of period, right? This theta. This is known as conduction angle. The small peak is known as firing angle. Now let us change the value of resistance. Let us go from 10 kilo ohms to 20 kilo ohms. So the moment I go to 10 kilo ohms to 20 kilo ohms, we can see that 10 kilo ohms and 20 kilo ohms is double than this. So the amount of current flowing through this path and through gate will reduce. The amount of current going through this path will reduce because the resistance is high. Moment I connected over there, you can see this firing angle increases. And the conduction angle of an SCR decreases, right? The conduction of an angle of an SCR decreases. Further, if I connect 20 kilo ohms to 50 kilo ohms, then again you can see there is an increase in the firing angle. You can see the firing is almost done at 90 degree, right? Near about 90 degree. It will not be exact 90. So the firing angle increases and conduction angle decreases. The angle for which SCR is conducting, that waveform will be converted to DC, and that we are not able to see over here. So this is nothing but the AC characteristics of an SCR or SCR as a half wave rectifier. SCR as a half wave rectifier, right? We can change the 50 kilo ohms to 100 kilo ohms and 150 kilo ohms. Let us see for 100 kilo ohms. If we go for 100 kilo ohms, the waveform again changes. The firing angle is more, conduction angle is less. Firing angle is more, conduction angle is less, right? Now we have also connected a DC current meter to find out, to measure the amount of DC current flowing, in the circuit. For different value of resistance, you can measure the value of this. IDC is for 50 kilo ohms resistance, this is for 20 kilo ohms, this is for 10 kilo ohms, this is for 100 kilo ohms. So you will have different value of IDC for various value of resistance, So this is all about the SCR as a half wave rectifier. Now one more thing, this is the waveform across SCR, across the anode and cathode of an SCR. You can see we have connected CRO over here. In the same way, we can also connect the CRO across the load resistance. Let us connect over there. So this is the negative, this is the positive. Let us connect the CRO to its probe, okay, and to the negative. Once I connected, okay, fine. Yeah, so this is the one. Okay, now the yellow is already, you have observed, yellow is across the anode and cathode of an SCR, right? Now the last one which you can see, is actually the waveform. This blue one, you can see the blue line which is just below the SCR. The waveform across SCR is nothing but the waveform across RL. This blue one is nothing but the waveform across RL. Now as SCR is working as a half wave rectifier over here, so we can change the firing angle. This is nothing but the firing angle, and this is nothing but the conduction angle. We can change the value of firing angle and conduction angle by varying the amount of current flowing through gate terminal, this terminal, by varying the value of different value of resistors, right? Now this blue one is the waveform across RL, load resistance. So we can see that only for the SCR conducted, for the conduction angle, the current is flowing through RL. Only for this conduction angle, So this is, if we can overwrite both the signal, then it will be looks like this. Yes, so here it's the complete sine wave. But remember, the yellow portion is the waveform across anode and cathode, and the blue portion is the waveform across RL, through which the SCR is conducting. Right? Is it clear? I think that this will be sufficient, and it will be more clearer for students. That's why I have made 2 channels here and have used both the channels of it, so that we can also see this conduction waveform. This is the waveform for which SCR is conducting. Over here we cannot see any waveform, because SCR is conducting, a huge amount of current is flowing across anode and cathode, but over there that amount of signal is going to RL. That amount of signal is going to RL. So this is all about the SCR as half wave rectifier. Okay, thank you.